Hello and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. We're not going to tarry around, readers. Our heroes are flying up the magic green pipe of horrible in search of Dragotha. So let us push on with episode 247 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast, Move Closer. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hello, everyone. Hello, readers.
Evening.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
We've got no Lucas, but we have the rest of the usual crowd. Staring blankly at me from his specially adapted high chair is the Repugno toy. That is Johnny, my favourite player. Dan, hello. We have the little widgets and wires and flashing lights of Paul.
Hello.
And he's the horny helmet himself. The sexy Swede with a mouthful of mead.
Nice.
Hot Viking, Olaf Hotperson, Graham. Shall we get on with stuff? Do you remember where we were? It's been a while. Readers, we've been away. We went to our grand gathering. We played all sorts of other games. We played Eberron, and we played Abomination Vaults, Pathfinder 2, and we tried some Dragonbane, all of which was good fun, I thought.
I thought so.
Yeah.
Dragonbane's an interesting game, readers. If you want to, you can get the box set, so it's pretty straightforward. Everything's kind of in there. Very enjoyable. And of course, Pathfinder 2 we really like, and Eberron we've been playing now at the Grand Gatherings in a sort of series of sequential adventures for a while, and we had some very good fun. A kind of role-play based one, not normally our kind of thing. Extremely funny and entertaining, and I'm still not quite sure what happened. We have had an email. Should we have an email, or should we do a recap?
Let's have an email.
Okay, well, if you would be so kind as to grab the tongs.
No, well, let's not have an email.
It's Graham's turn. If Graham could grab the tongs,
Okay.
reach into Paul's distended, fleshy bag.
If I must.
It's that one on the top. If you could just
It's
smear it,
cheese,
smear it out
I think.
on the. Oh God, that is not very nice. If you could just smear it out on the console there.
That's better.
Hello
There you go.
again, Hilltoppers. Ryan here, the guest writer pulled from Paul's sack in episode 221. Brackets, the one before episode 222. I had to look that up. And
check.
Ryan is the person who goes to bed at 8 p.m. to listen to our show. You won't remember, but you discussed my 8 p.m. bedtime and speculated over my subsequent old age. 46, 73, even 90. I'm pleased to let you know that I'm still alive and still a loyal reader. I can almost hear your sighs of relief. Since writing to you in October last year, I've started playing D&D for the first time. Ryan, excellent.
wow.
I've rolled plenty of warm-up
work is
throws,
done.
built a solid dessert trolley, taken many a point de damage, and stuck my daggers right up there. It's been wonderful, and I'm sure I'll
Nice.
continue playing D&D for whatever time I have left. Truly, I have found a billowing hilltop of my own, which my lawyers say I should call a bulging mound to avoid any trademark infringement issues. Still, all credit goes to you, fine gentlemen, for inspiring me to start playing. Thank you. All that's left to say is, please don't let the end of the Age of Worms be the end of the show. Ryan, we don't know. Hugs and kisses. Very nice.
Oh, very good.
Ryan.
Sigh.
P.S. I'm 35, you pillocks. Thanks, Ryan. A little blunt in the end there, Ryan, but
Justified, though.
All right, that's what we
yeah,
need.
just said to the bishop. So let's have a recap. Shall I tell you where you were because you won't remember?
We're going up the shaft. We're going
You're
to
going up a
climb
pipe,
up the
right
shaft.
up a pipe. What you finally settled on, there was an awful lot of toing and froing about the best approach, is that Scaly and Sessions are going to float up the pipe with Buggy, Parker and Burple in a bag of holding.
Yes.
As we left things, you had started your ascent, so it's too late to change your
I'll
minds.
change my mind.
I think Scaly and Sessions have got some kind of spell running. Can anybody remember what it was? It's something to do with necrotic damage and protection and
Let me
undead
have a
and
look.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think that was part of what made you pick this approach.
Can I come back to you on that one and have a quick look?
Oh, they got some sort of umbrella thing.
Well, I think there was lots of discussion about umbrellas and about holding shields above one's head and all sorts of stuff. I can't really remember the detail, but I think there is a spell. Can anybody find it? It's a power, it's a thing. Cast it last week.
It might be Aura of Life. Life-preserving energy.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it. That's the
An
one.
aura with 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. Each non-hostile creature in the aura has resistance to necrotic damage, and its hit point maximum can't be reduced. That might be it.
That was what it was. It took you a while to work out that what is going on with this substance is that it does cold damage,
Yeah.
but that it can reduce your maximum hit points
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you fail a saving throw. So this spell is going to protect Scalian Sessions. I don't know why they got picked.
Flying, I
and
think.
up you go.
Flying and
So-
aura of protection. That's why. Fantastic combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rise ghost-like through the green mist and drippy fluids, 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet, and you start to make out above you that things may be opening up. Let me put you on a new map.
Yep.
We're at the source of the goop.
Of the goop.
Well, not the source, no.
No,
You're
we're
at the,
not.
Oh, we're
that,
at the top of the goop.
yes, you're looking down a passage.
Mm.
You know, you keep asking me. Johnny isn't here to ask this question. He's in a bag, probably having an argument with Cheeseman. But Johnny's favourite question is, does this passage look like it's been eaten out, carved out by a worm? Well, for once, I can say
Yes.
yes. This looks like a passage through the rock that's been burrowed out. And running along the centre of it is a green river of nasty. I'll give you the official description. A circular tube winds through the rock. Swarms of writhing green worms cling to the walls and ceiling in horrific defiance of gravity, although now and then clumps of the green menaces drop down like chunks of snow falling from the boughs of a tree. A river of thick green fluid rushes down the tube to the west, that is towards you, and the nearly freezing air smells thick with corruption. And that green liquid is flowing towards you and then tipping over the edge of this shaft and spraying down. So all now makes sense. I've marked out on the map what you should be able to see
Yeah.
from the distance. Echoing down this tube, you can hear very low growling, almost like a laugh, like a kind of from a
End of level boss.
quite
End
a
of
long
level
way
boss.
off. Can you both give me perception checks?
Oh, yes, because I'm so good at that. Always have been.
All good numbers from Sessions.
Oh, there we go. 7. As always.
Seven.
This evening I am drinking.
Well, it doesn't matter,
Tea.
Scaly. Sessions can tell you, even floating in the air, you can feel a kind of reverberation or vibration coming through the walls of this cavern. Like something is maybe disturbing the rock, moving in the rock maybe.
Oh, for fuck's sake. More nasties.
It's a purple worm.
Well, it's going to be a green
a
purple
green
worm.
purple worm, yeah.
Yeah, or a green
Otherwise
worm.
known as just a green worm.
That's a really nasty colour.
What do you want to do? Do you want to unpack the shopping?
Yeah.
Do you want to start moving?
the bag.
I'm going to...
Yeah, move over to the edge and toss them out the bag.
Okay,
Carefully not throwing them into the green slime.
Parker.
Did we do a long rest last time? Because I
Yes.
seem to have only 160 hit points.
Oh, dear.
No, well, you did a long rest in the Shadow Realm. Today is Moon Day, the 1st of Apeshit, and it's around about breakfast time. You waited until midnight on Ort, took your 8-hour rest, and then came back. And then since then, you've done some stuff. You haven't really had any combat. The only person that took a load of damage is Buggy, who went ethereal into the walls of the tabernacle and took a stack of damage, but
That's
did get a bit
right.
of healing as well.
Was that
Bit of
after
healing
the
from-
long rest?
Yes.
Yes, after the long rest, yeah.
Bugger. I need to heal up a bit. I'm going to do a death ward. I'm going to do a freedom of movement.
I think you probably cast both of those last time, but if you haven't,
I
fine,
probably
cross them
haven't
off.
got them marked. Any chance for heal just to get back up to my maximum from a happy stick or something?
No,
Aren't you a cleric?
I thought you had some clericiness.
Well, I do, but they're
Actually, aren't you majoritively
Put there for
cleric?
me.
Don't you have a happy stick with an infinite number of heals sessions?
How many levels of cleric do you have, John?
Yeah, never you mind.
I think you might have like 12,
12 or
something.
13. There might be a few heals in there.
Yeah.
You don't have a happy stick, Graham? Just want to burn the old resources, you know,
The happy stick's not infinite.
isn't it?
No, it only has so many charges per day.
You're supposed to be a cleric, Johnny.
Oh, go on then.
Surely if you're a cleric, you've got loads and loads of healing, right?
I could do a load of first level heals of 1d8 plus 3. It's going to take me about half an hour to heal up.
Well, you could use a high level slot.
But I need that for stuff.
You need that for
I
healing
need that for
in
stuff.
combat when nobody
I
else can be
need it for
depended
healing
upon.
in combat, exactly. Alright, well I'll do...
But you're
last-
168. Isn't that like 320 hit points when you rage?
Yeah, but I just need a bit more. I'm 66 hit points down. It's not a good place to be before we go into major combat.
Or at the same level as everyone else.
Well,
I'll tell you what, I'll
make it
tap
as-
you for 2 charges on the wand, just to keep you happy.
Great. How much is that?
6 points of damage.
Actually, think about
I
it.
presume you're staying away from the
Maybe it's
walls.
quite good.
Not going anywhere near the walls, as far as possible. It's
Okay.
not that possible to
Yeah.
go.
Shall I roll, or would you like to roll?
You can roll.
That's 10 plus 12 is 22.
Another one? Another one?
No.
22.
22.
1922.
I'm still like
Invented the show.
40 points off.
Well, you know,
How about you?
Might compromise my ability to go at the front.
it might, but then I have to be able to heal everyone else.
Alright, I'll do 3 first level heals on myself.
I'm not seeing much of the map.
5
Let me reveal a bit
points.
more to you.
25 points. Of course, they used my 7th level spell already. I'll do a couple more first levels.
Okay.
And one more.
You can see that the passageway, it's sort of meandering. It bends to the north, and then it seems to bend to the south, and then re-bend to the north, like an M. Very shallow M.
Actually, a short rest is 5 minutes, isn't it?
It's 1 minute per hit dice that you want to roll.
Alright, well, I'll do a couple of minutes.
You
Well,
sure?
so you
So
made
we're
us
all going to hang
burn
around for...
charges from the wands, and you could have just spent 5 minutes.
Well, I forgot about the short rest.
Okay, so you're going to wait
I'll
around for a
just
minute.
do 1.
Yep.
I'll do 2 minutes.
2
The cleric.
minutes.
2 months, people.
Okay. 2 months. There's definitely something moving around. Now that
Okay,
some of you
I'm
were
all full.
making contact with the floor, you can definitely feel the tremors of something moving around in the rock and this echoing distant noise. Could it be heavy breathing? Could it be kind of a low chuckle? Let's go round the table. Let us start with Burple.
I'm waiting for the others to lead the way.
Okay, Scaly.
Well, so I think Scaly will lead the way then.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's what he
waiting
does.
for.
He's the front line
Yeah.
kind of fightery
Excellent.
paladin.
Brave,
kind of.
brave, so scaly.
Robin.
I take it the green channel of gunk is hop skippable over. It's not a test every time.
Yeah, it's not a test at every point, and you can avoid the walls.
Yeah.
You can't move perfectly freely.
No.
You've got the worms on one side, the little river on the other side, the worms above you, which, according to this, are easily avoided as long as you keep an eye out.
Yeah, I think the thing is I'll knock some movement off just to account for being careful, if that's all right.
But you're padding your way up further east. I'm going to reveal a
Yeah.
little bit more. Really, all you can see, I'm afraid, is more
Of the same.
of the same. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just more meandering passageway.
Okay.
As you get to that little bend in the river, Scaly,
Yeah.
you hear
At last, you have come to me.
Okay.
it's sort of
Oh
echoing
my
towards you
God.
from the east.
How very
Difficult to pin a distance
how
down.
very emperor.
Anybody else doing anything? Scaly's kind of
I've done a move.
padded his way.
Right,
Yeah,
if-
about
I've done
30
a move.
feet.
Yeah, it's just under 40.
Yep.
I think
Burple following up.
to be cautious I want to is there anything?
People moving their minis. Uncle Buggy is racing ahead.
This is his technique.
I'll try not to stamp on the ground too hard to set up vibrations. A
Mm-hmm.
bit like June, trying to avoid
Yeah, I'm with you.
vibrations.
But you've now
When you're a hobbit,
everything's lit by this same dim green illumination, so there's no need to worry about things like dark vision. About Buggy, you can see stuff.
I'm moving up behind Scaly and casting Regenerate. No, I'll do that.
On yourself or on Scaly?
I was thinking of doing it on Scaly, but it has an initial bump, so I'll probably save it, actually. I'm just looking at buffing
the
right now.
ziggurat,
There's some
similar
kind
to the
of
ziggurat in the lands that wait.
ziggurat. Precisely. The tube-like tunnel opens into a vast cavern lit by the undulant green glow of a huge ziggurat built of worm-infested stone. It appears that a small structure once stood atop the ziggurat, but now nothing remains but a great and jagged hole. The green liquid that runs down the passageway to the west, that is, the river that you're standing at the banks of, gushes from this wound, cascading down the front stairs of the ziggurat in a chain of miniature waterfalls. 2 ledges overlook this cavern you could see at the far east, but you suspect they may run all the way round. The one on the north is about 15 feet high, one on the south is nearly 30 feet off the ground. the ceiling rises to a dizzying vaulted height of nearly 100 feet. And curled atop this ziggurat is a creature.
Dragotha.
Looks like
The
a
Dracolich.
giant skeletal dragon. It regards you. Green fire burns in the eye sockets of its huge draconic skull. It says,
You have come to visit me. It is time for you to accept your fate, to accept your destruction.
Right. Why is that?
You have been sent on a fool's errand.
I think I left the kettle on. 1 minute.
You have weak minds. You have been too easily led. But no matter. Those that have driven you to this futile adventure have met their end. And now you shall meet your end also before the great rising of my master, Kios.
Yes, okay.
Yes. On that,
and then it says,
Initiative.
oh well, okay then.
So, Mike, instead of the regenerate, I'll do freedom of movement on Scaly. You don't already have one, do
Ooh,
you?
thank you.
let's have initiative. Let's have initiative. I don't know what this thing's initiative is like.
Let's get that in before initiative.
I don't imagine it's going to be that amazing. It is not great.
Oh, bug. Fucking marvellous. 8.
Okay.
Purple gets 17.
Somebody roll for Parker.
I'm not going to roll. I'm not rolling for anybody. We know what I roll. I have...
Has everybody got Parker's character sheet?
Grip. I've rolled an 8 and an 8 and a 7 so far. Dice are loaded against me. And let's remember one thing. It can choose not to make saving throws lots of times. Not just once or twice around. Just choose. Well,
Parker got 5.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So far, so good.
Oh, it's going well. Yeah. So you're on 17, Buggy.
Yeah, I'm rolling at advantage.
What's your initiative modifier?
+2.
And Burple, what's your initiative modifier?
5.
Okay, so light up the board. Burple on 17, then Buggy on 17. Sessions on 16. Dragotha on 13. Scaly on 8. Parker on 5. Top of round 1. It is Burpledy, Herpledy, Hoop.
Okie doke.
You can't see this creature, but you can hear it.
Can't see it.
Not from where you're standing.
Okay.
He's round the bend in the river, but you can see Buggy reacting to it. Something that's happened inside Buggy's loincloth.
Alright, so Purple will move behind Buggy towards...
Okay, on the bend in the
Yeah.
river. Yeah,
So I can see Dragotha
you can.
within 60 feet, and I will cast a prismatic wall around him.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice one. That's the ticket.
It goes shooing.
And you can nominate people to that
I
can go
nominate
through
everybody
it,
else
is that
can
right?
pass through it freely.
Great.
It's a 30-foot diameter sphere
Yep.
surrounding Dragotha.
1 inch thick, centered on a point you can see within range, which you can. Position the walls so that it passes through a space occupied by a creature. The spell fails. Dragotha is not 30 feet in diameter, luckily. The wall sheds bright light out to a range of 100 feet, dim light for additional 100 fine. You and creatures you designate at the time you can cast a spell can pass through and remain near the wall without harm. If another creature that can see the wall moves to within 20 feet of it or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or become blinded for 1 minute. Okay.
The wall consists of several layers. You can bring them down one at a time, or you can try and move through it, in which case you take the effects of every colour.
I'll put in a prismatic sphere.
Thank you.
I have a little template. Will that do?
Yep.
Readers, we will publish this map. We've got a Dracolich sitting atop a ziggurat within a prismatic sphere, all very high level. On 17 is Buggy.
Okay, well I think there's no point in fanning around because the longer we hesitate, the likely we'll take damage, so I'm just going to run up and bash it. But as I move forward, can you reveal a bit more of the room? I just want to... I don't know if
Yeah.
there are the hostiles.
Not that you can see, but once you get to the threshold, I can give you the full
15, 20.
description. I need you to commit with the mini, though. Buggy.
Okay, well, he's
You can't-
going forward and he can get right up to the top of the ziggurat.
right up. It's just, but what you did was you said, I'm running into the room. Can you show me the rest of the cave? And then you moved your mini up to the door, and then you took your mini and you moved it back down the passageway away. Your classic strategy. Yes.
really work anymore, do they?
Well, what can I tell you about the chamber that you haven't seen already? First of all, yes, you can confirm a guess from before that there are ledges running all the way around the north and southern walls. The southern wall is 30 feet, the northern one 15 feet. The other thing I can tell you is that in the southwest corner, so that is just round the corner from you to your right, Uncle Buggy, lies heaped an amazing mound of treasure.
Ooh, that's the hoard.
That's
what we
the
saved
hoard.
the beer for, isn't it? The 10%er.
Well, yes, I'm hoping that you don't get it this evening because I don't want to drink that beer this evening. But
You're just scared. Scared of
well,
the
we'll
beer.
see. Well, Prismatic Sphere is a very good start.
It's not a bad start. We should all also remember the various powers Rabadabadus
Rabadabadas, yes.
gave us. The purse that I got means that there are disadvantage on saving throws to spells. Various people have got their Rabadabadas items which give various bonuses to stuff which are quite powerful. We shouldn't forget them.
We need to be together.
Yeah, and then also
30 foot.
I've got my Aura of Life thing running, and then I've also got +3 on saves, and I've also got people within a distance of me can't be frightened. So it's just all that stuff adding up together we need for this.
Yeah, well, let's hope you run up and attack
Well, I'm
it
going
like
to,
I
yeah,
am,
when it's my,
not
when it's
run
my
the other way.
round. When it's my round, I'm coming in.
Okay.
You just need to keep
Good,
me
so-
honest with all this
Yeah, yeah.
stuff, right? Because I can't possibly
All
be
right,
expected
well, I'm
to
running
remember.
up
Well, I
to
could
the
be.
southern side of Dragotha on the southern
Yep,
part
I understand.
of the ziggurat.
Clambering up
And I
towards him,
start raging.
and you start
and then
raging.
I'm going to do my absolutely pathetic 19th level barbarian. Actually, people pointed out me. 7th level barbarian damage.
Yeah, 7th level barbarian, 12th level.
So,
My
Cleric.
absolutely pathetic.
yeah, it is pathetic.
Just jumping in quickly,
whittling away.
you are now covered in chaos worms. Yep,
Why?
because the ziggurat is seething with them,
Oh,
as
right. No,
I
no, no.
described.
Hang on a minute. Let me
Whoa, whoa,
rethink
whoa,
that.
whoa, 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 whoa. I've got the thing.
Hang on, I've got to rethink this.
It's built of worm-infested stone. As you approach the prismatic sphere, you suddenly remember that the ziggurat was covered in worms. So you halt or pause, and then what do you do?
Do we need some spirit guardians to go and zap them?
I've got a couple of potions of healing. I can't keep attacking it and drinking potions. Oh dear. Not sure what to do. Any suggestions?
You can't see through the sphere. In fact, I'm going to remove Dragotha's mini.
So we can't see through the bit of whatever,
No.
but we can attack through
So-
it, and can we cast spells through it?
Talk to Dan.
Dan, can we
It
cast?
blocks things. No.
Okay.
I really need to be able to fly. Oh dear. I don't know what to do.
Have you got any clericy style things?
Well, it's all small damage.
What did you want to do, Paul?
Well, until Mike took it away, I was
Is
going
it
to
a
go and...
magical ranged attack?
No, I don't. All of the good spells are concentration, and I think for the time being, the Aura of Life is more important. I was hoping just to do Divine Smite stuff, if I could see it and attack it. So that's suddenly been taken away. So I'm...
Well, you'll be able
trying-
to see it when you run up to it, will you? Once you get
If
inside
I go inside the
sphere,
prismatic sphere, yeah. It might be a case of going up, whacking it, and then coming back out again.
you'll still be covered with worms.
Well, Graham's going first. I was hoping that there'd be some kind of thing that Graham could do about the worms.
Any-
Or
any
accept
wo-
the worms, and then I can do a 1 point heal on myself kind of thing to get rid of them. Are they the ones that are going to be on me or in me?
On.
On
They're
start
not
with.
spectral worms.
So they're not spectral, so they can be cured by heal.
Spirit Guardians kills them before they get in you. Heal clears when they're in you.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly right. You've
Yeah.
got to do damage on them when you're on the surface, and you can use heals on them when they're within.
Yeah.
Spectral worms are more dangerous simply because you don't get that opportunity
Brush
to get
them
them
off.
before they before they burrow.
I'm not so worried about the worms.
With a dispel magic,
It soaks up action economy rather than anything else.
would a dispel magic on the bit of the ziggurat help for a bit? Do you think?
What path is it? Why?
Like the doors.
No, it's very different. The doors look like they were little force walls holding together a structure of chaos worms. These are just worms. They're all over the walls and ceiling of where you are, Bucky. They're just
Good
they're not
old-fashioned
natural,
worms.
but they are little grubbles. Yeah,
The good old-fashioned worms we've been encountering all the way along.
Oh dear.
none of this modern
None of your modern
spectral
malarkey.
nonsense.
None of your steamed vegetables, mate.
No.
All properly boiled.
5, 10, 15.
Yes, we're still in the middle of Buggy's round.
Yeah. We're trying to give him an opportunity to think what the fuck to do.
I'm running all the way back.
Oh, come on.
You're running all the way back. So you ran into the room.
what am I going to do? I'll run up.
something.
I'll do 20 points of damage, and then I'll be covered with worms, and I'll have to drink a potion, and I can't. That's it. I'll be doing 20 points of damage.
So you've run up to the edge of a cave, taken in the scene, and run all the way back, pretty much all the way back to the beginning.
I have asked for advice, and nobody's given me any.
Pass them. No, I'm just.
Someone
I'm
has
just
to get in
for the
there
readers.
and attack it.
For the readers, Johnny,
But
I'm just
get in
explaining
there.
what you've
Look,
done.
Graham, if I go and attack it,
On 16
the next round
on
I'm
16,
covered with worms.
is sessions.
Okay, on 16, Mike, I'm going to invoke duplicity.
Yes.
I'm going to create 4 little sessions.
I have some little sessions miniatures somewhere. Would they be useful to you?
Yeah.
Where do you want them?
They're going to take forever to move, so I'm going to put them 30 foot in front of me.
Like a really rather creepy wall of little boys
Yeah.
in top hats. Okay.
Okay. That's my...
They don't get damaged. They're just spectral, aren't they? When they're just
sessions.
they're figments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they can stand in the river, in the worms.
Yeah.
But it's obvious to anybody who is observing that they're not real. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that it for sessions?
That's my...
And then you're ducking back round the bend of the river.
And then I'll move one of them another 30 foot forward. Fly out so I can see where it's going, and then I'll fly...
And then you're flying back.
Yeah. That one has a little sign around its neck saying
Yes.
Bugraft on it.
Okay. I mean, you've got to bear in mind that if the prismatic sphere is working, this thing can't see out of it.
Yeah, that's fine. It's good.
On 13, it's the thing. Well, you don't know what happens with the thing. On 8, it is Scalio Tool.
Scalio 2 is going to move up to the mini sessions McGovern at the front and
Right,
just
into the chamber.
into
Yes,
the
here we
chamber.
go.
And next,
Look at
to
the size of these reptilian cojones.
Look at the size of these reptilian cojones. This is everything I hate. But he's just standing outside of the prismatic
The
wall.
thing.
Because he's moved. He
Yeah.
can't do anything else. There you
Yeah.
are. Fast and efficient.
Right. On 5, it is...
Well, I don't know if
Okay.
it's efficient. I mean, it's completely ineffective, but fast, yes.
This is what we need
That
in a juncture like this. Facing the
is
big end of
quite
level boss is
craven.
total party harmony.
Quite
and
craven.
cooperation.
Unbelievable.
What does Parker want to do? He's right at the back. With Buggy.
Yeah.
He wants to come up
Well,
with
isn't
me.
Buggy so far back?
Almost at the exit today. What do you want to do? He moves like stink, but he doesn't want to run along the walls. I can tell you that.
You can fly. Oh, he's got a potion of flying.
Yes. He's also got wings of flying, but he has to attune to them.
Can he give me a potion of flying, and then I can fly in and not touch the ziggurat? I think that's the solution, isn't it? You reminded
Unless
us.
he wants to fly in and not touch the ziggurat.
Well, he's got 2 potions of flying. Give me one, can't he?
Well, you're going to give him something for them.
Graham, do you want me to fight this thing or not?
I'm just protecting Lucas's interests.
Yeah,
Lucas's
like a
interest
power
is
of
me
attorney
helping
or-
fight this thing.
This is legally appointed guardian.
I can give him some money for it. Whatever. It's just there's no other way of me fighting
Is this
this.
dragon's hoard in the southwest corner?
I think he only has a potion of flying.
Well, a reader pointed out that he had 2 potions recently.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
mean,
can
that was
see
a reader.
a potion of flying on his character
I
sheet.
can only see one. I mean, I have a spreadsheet called the Magic Register where I keep track of all of your items, and I can only see one potion of flying.
He has wings of flying, does he?
He has wings of flying, yes. He took them from Alessandra,
She's not going to want them back.
They need attunement.
Oh my god. Yes, he
What?
did.
but he needs to attune to them. I don't recall him attuning to them last week. I could be wrong. But if he does need to attune to them, then it's an hour before he can use
Yeah,
them.
he's
Or
not.
you,
He's
Bucky.
not attuned to them. He's attuned to his braces,
Right.
staff, cloak, and gauntlets.
If he doesn't stay attuned to his braces, his trousers fall down.
Hey,
Well, he'd probably drink the potion of flying, wouldn't he?
Well, it's his turn. So now's the time to determine that.
what STD to fish get?
What?
I've got a griffin of wondrous power.
Dunno.
I'm going to get on my
Chlamydia.
griffin. I'm sorted. I can fly in on a griffin.
Right. Let's concentrate on the question in hand, which is Parker's turn.
He's going to move up to just in front of the line of sessions.
So you can see the ziggurat.
Okay, so he's going to be sufficiently south to get a view into the cavern. Is that it?
Yeah, does he need a view into the cavern?
Well, you're all going to be breathed on, aren't you?
I was thinking sort of 1 square back and 2 squares up.
You won't have a line of sight.
He doesn't
on
have any ranged attacks, does he?
Okay. Tucked in the little northbound bend of the river as he is, he's got restricted view of the cavern. Probably you can see the southern third, I'm saying, but not everything.
Right, guys, what's the plan?
Well, if the fighters actually go in, the mini sessions, as long as I don't lose concentration, can stand next to each of you and cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that sounds good.
Also, what about Spirit Guardians?
I
But
can't
that won't work.
concentrate on 2 spells.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. No, that's
Well,
fine.
this one
I'm happy
means
to.
I can put healing sessions next to all of you,
Yeah,
so that we can do the touch spells.
yeah. I'm
So-
happy to go in and welly and see what happens. I will be doing Divine Smite rather than any spell casting, really. We just got to remember to use
So
all our various things.
Prismatic Wall
and powers,
doesn't
eh?
actually block spells, it blocks magical range attacks.
Okay,
It's probably not even there anymore.
Yes.
You know that.
yeah. It'd be fucking annoying. It's either not going to be there or it's going to be very, very to the wire and possibly some dead.
Possibly both.
Yeah,
Well, if he's not there, we're going to steal all his magic.
there's a big pile of
Yes.
magic, gold, stuff like that.
Then go and attune to
Eyes
it.
on the prize, Graham.
Hmm?
Always eyes on the prize. If me and Buggy and Parker can just keep hammering away at it, and Burple can provide area of effect stuff and sessions, chucks in the heels. See what happens. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a cohesive, well-planned and orchestrated combat.
Well planned.
So you're only going to be able to heal one of us around.
It depends what I choose to do, but I can certainly heal one of you each round.
And
Yeah.
or
but we have our own healing resources as well. I don't know what Parker's got in the way of healing for himself.
not so much.
But I've got healing I can do on myself. Buggy's obviously got healing he can do on himself.
I have to stop raging, though.
Let's pick up with Burple.
Burple will cast True Seeing. And
Tonight's beer, by the way, is the lager that Dan left behind at the
Hells. Oh,
Grand Gathering of the Hilltop. Lager. Is it nice? I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it is.
It's from Track Brewery, who are a great brewery in Manchester. And I thought, since I knew Dan preferred Hellas for the Grand Gathering, I got some. And Dan left one behind. Fool! It's now mine. Sorry, anyway. Burps, you've done that. Are you moving at all
Yes,
or
I'm
anything
shuffling
else?
forward a little bit.
Now, what could you see if there was something to see? You can see things as they really are. So you can see invisible things and things on the ethereal plane.
Correct.
Oh, this is delicious, this beer.
Yeah.
Yummy. Oh, I like lager. And you can see things that are illusory. Can you see through your own... No, you
No.
can't see through your own prismatic sphere.
No.
Okay. Also on 17 it is Uncle Buggy. It's all gone quiet where you are. You're right back at the beginning of the cavern.
Right.
You feel a bit lonely.
So I can get back up to the door, the entrance.
So you're running
in a
all the
move.
way through the passage up to the entrance to the cavern. Yep.
Then I'm going to throw my Griffin Wanderer's Power figurine.
Figurine of Wondrous Power.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to do that. You don't
no?
do that. Nope. You want to throw something at the monster.
Why?
Or weren't you raging?
I wasn't. No, I'm not going to. I didn't have the
yeah,
full
you lose your
description.
rage.
No, I didn't have the full description of the ziggurat. So when
I see. So
no, come
you
on, I
didn't
didn't know
rage.
it was a
Yeah, I never would have
thing
done
of
that.
worms
Never would've
until
done
you. I said I'd react to things as I saw them.
Until I reminded you
No, well, I
that
didn't.
you'd seen
I
it. Okay.
missed that,
Okay.
and then you said it was
Yes, I
a
know
thing
you-
of them.
I
No,
know
I
you
ran
missed
back,
it.
so I didn't start raging.
I
Yeah,
never
would
would have done that.
Why shouldn't
Okay.
I use the Wondrous Power figurine?
Oh, no, you can then. If you're not raging, you can.
Yeah.
So I throw my. How are you going to get your spiritual sessions up onto the ziggurat next to me?
I'm just going to instruct them to move forward 30 feet at a time. There's one that's right at the edge.
Okay. And can they fly?
They're illusionary versions of me. They can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I don't believe there's any
Okay.
restriction in how they can move.
I'm going to move up to the northwest side of the ziggurat, just outside the whatever it is. And then I'm throwing the Wondrous Power thing and activating that.
Yes.
And then I think I better start raging at the end of the round.
So we need a griffin, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, gracious.
It's
Okay.
a
I'm going to just...
large
gonna-
monstrosity.
Why don't you have one?
Well, we've never needed one because the last time it wasn't a griffin, it was a vrock demon. Do you remember? As it happens, I have a griffin which I can place like that.
Right,
There you go. You got a griffin.
right, that's it. It's my.
Is it large, a griffin?
It's large, yeah. And then with my last bit of my movement,
Huge,
I'll
great thing.
move on top of it.
Ooh, you're going to mount it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. How you're tiny little. Anyway, whatever. On 16, it's Seshi, my lad. Can you move these things into places you can't see, Sessions?
No, I'm going to have to move up so I can see a bit more.
Yeah. So you move up a little.
Alright, so I can go...
Move your mini.
Yeah.
Move closer.
Move your mini real close until it's...
So I move myself round to... Pointy.
Okay. Oh, right, no, I wouldn't... Oh, you're flying. Okay.
Right,
yeah. So, right,
Then I'll
you're
move
flying up
this-
into the cave mouth.
Yeah, then I'll move this little sessions 1,
This little
This little sessions went to market.
6. So one round there.
Okay, the little sessions are fanning out.
Yeah.
This little
And
session
which
stays at
which
home.
side has the treasure hoard?
It's the south. You're standing
Southwest.
right around the corner from it.
Right around the corner from it.
Right
Okay.
around that corner.
Get your mitts off it.
It's an unspeakably enormous stash of wealth, Sesh, with just glowing magicness everywhere.
Okay.
Oh dear. It's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, since you've all got your attunement slots all booked out, yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically just a list of what you could have won.
So I've moved. That's a bonus action. Do I want to do an action? Question.
Action.
Take an action. Or should I move again?
In your own time.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
He's thinking.
Yeah. I know it's difficult.
Anyway, come on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out something that I want to do. Okay, so while I'm up here, Mike,
Yup.
I'm going to try. Someone might as well try and do something.
Yeah.
Centered top of the cigarette.
Yeah.
Anyway, centered on top of the... Well, where you
Where
think the top of the
roughly where I
cigarette
think the top
is,
of the
yes.
cigarette is. That's within 60 foot of
Yeah.
me. I'm going to cast Shatter.
Ooh. That's not on a place you can see within
No,
range.
point you choose within range.
Lovely.
Each
Okay,
creature
let's do it.
within
What does it...
10-foot radius of the centre of the sphere must make a Constitution save or take damage.
Graham, are you going to use your max Wrath of Storm? Max it out. Thunder damage.
Is it thunder damage?
Thunder or lightning, you can max it out to channel
Oh, it
divinity.
is thunder damage.
It is thunder
It
damage.
is thunder damage. So I
Thunder,
will
thunder,
do that.
Thunder damage.
It's
Thunder damage. Thunder
Yeah, why not?
damage.
Give it a go. Oh, no, hang on. I remember I
Right.
did this.
Oh,
Let's not do that.
Why?
okay, let's
Okay, I'll try it once.
No, because we're not
last
gonna.
time we used all of the channel divinities on that.
not. Right. Anyway, you're detonating a shatter
detonating
spell
a shatter spell.
in the centre of the thingy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
You
do I
make a
do? I make a
Constitution
Constitution save. DC what?
20.
Okay. And what happens?
So, because I'm maxing it out as Johnny suggested, it takes half damage if it succeeds. If it fails, it takes 54.
54 points of damage. Okay.
54.
Half of
Invented
54,
the
so
draw.
27.
Saved, yeah.
If it's saved, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw me roll a couple of dice. You don't know what's going on there. On 13, let us start with Burple.
Oh, Burple will.
No.
No one's
No.
gone into the
No,
thing.
it's
It's not your turn,
you.
Burple.
You're
No, no.
doomed.
Yeah,
You're
It's not your
doomed.
turn, Burple.
He's saying
From the wall appears an awful mouth.
Okay, what kind of mouth?
chompy mouth.
It's a giant purple worm. You can't see how long it is. You can only see its front.
Chompy,
Its
chompy.
mouth is as tall as a man and as wide as a narrow boat.
Swallow, digest, excrete.
It's a
unwrap.
black-plated worm with a seemingly bottomless black maw and flangy
Basically,
lips
special
that
forces
has
worm.
launched
end of
itself
purple.
out of the wall at your mind.
Right.
So him back.
What it does
together,
is-
whatever's left of him.
No, it's really not that bad.
Better not be.
It attacks with a bite. That's really all
I
it
have
can
to say
do.
that if it was real life, it would be really that bad, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if it was real life, it would be really
Fucking-
pretty day-ending.
Fucking awful.
I shall use my reaction to cast Shield.
Sure.
Ooh, it's not really going to stop it though, is it?
Do you want me to roll first? And
Nice words of encouragement, John.
I've got a shield.
That's not going to stop
Don't
it, is
bite me.
like holding up a piece of A4 paper
You can't get
in
me.
front
I
of a
have a
charging
shield.
rhino. Anyway. Oh no, it misses. Oh, lucky. And also bursting from the rock I'm using these minis as sort of the front end because there is no mini that will properly represent these things. So I thought I'd just use a mini which is just a giant mouth. You must imagine that more of this thing disappears into the wall.
Right.
There's another one coming round from the
So what are they,
from
like
the
purple
east.
worms?
They're like purple worms, except they're not purple worms. They look like they're kind of
Green.
undead black worms of horrible.
Right.
That can cast spells. This one is going to cast something called Circle of Death.
Lovely.
Oh shit.
That's a beautifully named spell.
Encouraging.
Very encouraging. Can everybody within 60-foot radius sphere, can you all give me a Constitution save? DC 21. So that is Burps, Parker, and Sessions. Hold up. 10, 20, 30, 40, and Scaly, but not Buggy.
Sessions, you're +3.
Well, that's helpful.
16 from
It's a
Burps.
Constitution save, bugger.
What are we trying to get?
There's
DC
a
what?
thing from the
21.
21.
Oh, fuck.
And
let-
Parker's
let me
also
s-
+3.
Okay. So
See if I've got any
sessions.
bonuses I can add to you.
I will use a point of luck.
15, 18.
15 for Sessions.
Do I have an
Ah,
idea of
start.
what this is?
18, not enough. Ooh. You know what? Yes, you do, because Mother Maggot has used it on you all. You think it's some kind of necrotic thing.
Anybody within
Okay.
30 feet of me gets an advantage on Constitution saves.
Oh,
So I think
23.
I'm not sure that's.
sessions
I
is.
think that's everybody apart from
3
purple.
Oh, so I get to roll again for sessions.
and
Do you really need to measure that range from your mini, Johnny, rather
Well, I'm
than the
going to be
mini?
within 30 feet. I'm the
square in
nearest
front of you?
person.
Aura of Life.
Oh no, it might. Oh no, it doesn't.
Right,
Yes,
so
sessions,
remember
yeah.
you've got resistance.
Do you have to have line of
If
you don't
you
have to
do
have
it
line
from
of
the
effect? No, I
corner
don't
of
think
your
you do.
square.
I rolled the same number.
I think that's right.
Okay, so
Corner
Sessions
to corner,
is-
it's 30 foot. Everybody has a
He's not
advantage.
within 30 foot. It's 30 foot from the corner of your square to the corner of his square. So he is
Really
30
pushing
something
it.
feet
Yeah,
away.
really
Yeah, it was
Sorry, Purple.
Really pushing it. Yeah.
Aura of Life means that you've got resistance to necrotic damage.
Yes. Very useful.
What's
That's everybody within 30 feet of you.
Yeah.
So that is Parker and Sessions and yourself, but not
Yeah,
Purple,
Purple's
who is 35
foot
feet away from you.
So everybody apart from
Yeah.
him gets +3 on their saves, resistance to necrotic damage.
Right, so let's mop all of this up because we've had a lot of dice rolling and a lot of
I'm going to
discussions.
try using a point of luck.
I'm also going to try using a point of luck.
Well, let's start with Purple. So point of luck, re-rolling, trying to get a 21, gets a... Oh, dear, it's a 5. Okay, that's Burps. Now, Session.
And I get 13, 19, 22.
22 is enough. 22 is enough.
So it's just me then.
Excellent.
Has anybody rolled for Parker yet?
No, Parker.
I don't
Parker?
I don't roll anybody
Somebody
else.
wanna mop
Just
that up?
don't roll. It's
so
just not worth it.
Parker
That's
gets
rolling for myself.
We don't want you to roll for a minute.
26.
Oh, it
Thank
fell
you.
off at 2. 26. Everybody is saved apart from Purple. Am I
Yes.
right? Right. The damage is... Don't worry, it's not that
5,000
much.
points damage.
25 points of damage. Okay, come on.
Oh,
necrotic
resistance to
damage.
necrotic damage.
So you take 12, Sessions takes 6, Parker takes 6, Scaly takes 6.
Yes,
Correct?
because we've got resistance on it as well. So we've saved and got resistance on.
The next thing that happens is Scaly. Crashing out of the wall at you comes another one.
Well, fuck you.
Well, fuck you, it says. No, fuck
Well,
you.
fuck you, you motherfucker.
It will try and bite you, hitting armor class 30 with
Well, of
its
course.
bitey mouth. You take, oh blimey, complicated damage. I hate complicated damage. 14 points of piercing damage.
Right.
Then you take 20 points, which I suspect you're going to reduce to 10 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
And can you make a DC 23 dexterity saving throw, please?
Oh, I.
Oh, I.
Any bonuses from anybody?
I didn't get one of those things.
Dexterity, no.
20.
Paralysis,
For what,
you've got
sorry?
immunity.
What's the roll? What is it?
Dexterity.
It's a dexterity save.
No,
I got a 20.
20. No. Have you got luck?
No.
Do you want to use your Ort dice?
I don't know. Oh, God. Well, what am I saving against? Tell me a bit more detail.
Well, it looks like this mouth is very big and very hungry.
Oh, I
Swallowy
see. So
hole?
it's about
Swallow hole
swallowy.
in it. Yeah, it's the old swallow hole, digest and
Swallowy
excrete
hole.
one round. Yeah.
Well, it put me out of a lot of misery. I think... No, I won't.
You won't. You are swallowed, Scaly.
Yeah.
Swallowed whole. You are blinded and
swallowed
restrained.
Okay.
But you have freedom of movement.
Yes. Freedom of movement.
That's groovy. You're embathed in necrotic digestive juice that very soon is going to start making you smaller.
Okay.
Thinner.
Yeah. Think of it
It's
as
a
sort
sort
of
of diet.
Manjaro.
Yeah, it's Manjaro. Yeah, got you. I have
Yeah.
no desire to eat.
Oh, I need to make a concentration check.
Oh, do you? Yes.
Isn't it more like
just burps as
liposuction?
well?
Oh,
burps.
God, so
you don't
do
have to
I.
make a concentration check, do you? Because thingy sphere is not concentration. Right.
I don't know. Maybe
I
it
need
is.
to make a
I
concentration
don't
check as
think
well.
it is, but
It's not. It isn't.
no, it's not.
I get
Oh.
11 plus 3. That's fine.
Okay, and
What do
Scaly.
I have to roll for a concentration check? What am I rolling?
10 or half the damage. So
10.
Constitution save.
You took 24, so 12. DC 12, Constitution save. Scaly.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I've lost the aura of life now.
Oh, no.
Aren't you within 30 feet of Johnny?
Yeah, you get constant
You get
advantage.
Advantage on Constitution
Oh, you get to
save.
roll again.
Immunity to paralysis.
14.
Make it. You needed a 12.
God for that.
The last thing that happens in this round is that from behind you, Burple, Parker, Sessions, you hear the sound of Dragotha. You hear as something enormous seems to be making its way up the passage from your west. What has he got in store for you? Well, we're not going to find out.
Of course we're not.
We're going to find out whether or not the breath of Dragotha means the end of the Slayers when we pick things up next week.
Oh dear.
Oh dear,
Nice
dear,
knowing you guys.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Into the Wormcrawl Fisher and Age of Worms are copyright Wizards of the Coast. Into the Wormcrawl Fisher was written by James Jacobs. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!
Thank you.